boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Shelton, and I'm going to be your art teacher this year. I know things are a little bit different this year, and we're going to be learning from home instead of in our school setting. We're going to start this week by setting up our art space. Now, since we're not in our regular classroom, we're going to be setting up a space at home. I'm here in my home, and I also have to find a space in my home where I can set up to do my lessons. You're going to want to find a space that you can kind of sometimes get messy. Sometimes our projects aren't going to be too messy. Some place that your grown-up is not going to be too upset. Your bed is probably not your best choice. So, come on into your house, find a place where you can get set up. You might want to find something to draw with. You might want to find some paper, some drawing supplies. It can be anything you can find in your house. So come on in and check out my space. Let's get started.
Let's go find a place.
Hi everybody, here we are in my workspace. My workspace just happens to be this tiny little area in my basement. I just set up a little spot on my table. I have just simply gotten little buckets and I put different supplies in. I have my markers tucked in this bucket. I have another little bucket that has random supplies. I have some crayons tucked in here. I have some glue sticks, some scissors, some other things that I can write with. Now, I probably have more things than a lot of people at home because I brought a lot of stuff home from my art room in the spring. So I know that a lot of you guys might not have all of these supplies in your house, and that's okay. You're just going to search your house, try to find anything you can use as an art supply. You can find just random pencils, you can find a pen, anything you can to draw with. I happen to have a lot of glue sticks. If you have glue, great. If you don't, that's okay. Try to find some paper, something that you can write on, something you can draw on. It can be lined paper, it can be plain paper, anything. I happen to have these how to draw books that you can kind of draw in. Anything that you can use as an art supply. It doesn't have to be a conventional art supply or an art supply that is a normal art supply. So conventional means like something that you would think of as normal, like crayons or paper or paints or glue. It can be something that we would never think of. Something that a lot of people would think would be garbage. So if you come with me, we're gonna sort through some things that people might be really surprised that they can use as art supplies. Things that we might find in our trash. Carson,
What?
bring the recycle bin back.
Why?
Because I need some stuff out of it.
Huh?
I need to get some things out of the recycle bin. Please bring the recycling back. Whew. Thank goodness I saved all this stuff from the recycle bin. So Carson brought the recycle bin back and I got everything out of it. But before you start digging things out of the recycle bin, you want to make sure things are cleaned and washed off. Luckily, before we put things in our recycle bin, we wash them and clean them out. But if you get things out of your recycle bin, make sure you just rinse them off and clean them and make sure you wash your hands. So I saved this little bin out. I saved some cardboard boxes out. These are some of my favorites because you can use these for tracers so that you can trace circles. This is just a top from some cheese. I have all kinds of cool stuff. Toilet paper rolls. I have another little container. This had some cottage cheese in it. I have some cardboard. More tops. These are really cool. This is a top from Gatorade. You can use these for tracing. You can use these to make all kinds of really fun stuff. So what I want you guys to do over the next couple weeks is you're gonna start collecting recycled things. Things that people would think were trash, okay? Because, if you were in my class at Perry, I always asked for these because you can put water in these for painting. You can put glue in these. You can use these for all types of things. And you can also, you can flip this over, and now you can use this as a circle tracer. So if you have all of these kinds of things, you don't have to go out and buy these. These are simply things that you reuse or recycle. Things that you find in your trash or things that you find in your recycle bin. Now, I have something like this in my house where I can just put all of this stuff in. I save this. Put it in some sort of container or box, and you can add this to your art studio. So that space that I made in my basement, I'll keep that in my space in my basement. Or you can tuck it away in a closet somewhere, bring it out during art time. Make sure you check with your grown-up before you start digging through your trash. Also make sure you check with your grown-up to make sure things are washed and cleaned before you put them in your little recycle bucket. Wash your hands really, really well with soap and water. Use some sanitizer if you have it, and keep your hands clean after you go through your recycle bin. All of this is really good art supplies that you do not have to buy, go out and purchase, things that you can just keep. So over the next couple weeks, I want you to kind of collect and keep these things for future projects. Now, this week, something you can do is you can collect these items, and then I want you to create something fun with these items. I will show you some examples of some things that you can create with these items that you find this week. But remember, you're going to need quite a few of these items, so you're not just going to collect this week, you're going to collect over the next couple weeks. Good luck, and I hope you find a lot of awesome treasures. Okay, we talked about things that we were going to make with our recycled finds, and here are some examples of some projects. With this one, we took the top and we flipped it over. We used caps for nose, two caps for eyes, a cap for nose. We cut out a piece of a cardboard box for the mouth, a mac and cheese top for a hat, put it together and kind of made this silly face. And on the underneath of this is just in the back of the mac and cheese box, and we just glued it on there as a background so that you could pick it up like this and it all stays together. On this one here, we kind of made this, I really love Starbucks coffee, so we used this Starbucks box, and I cut the face, the logo, out of the Starbucks box, and I put it on here, and I kind of made this Starbucks winged, it kind of looks like an angel or a butterfly, and I cut out this. This was part of a party hat that we had that was in our recycle bin. You can see right here, it was from Carson's birthday party, and Carson is my son, by the way, and he's been in my video. And I cut this apart, and I made the wings, and I made her a little crown. Right here, this part is a, I don't want to take it apart, but this part is a pudding cup, and the body down here is a toilet paper roll, and it made this little, and this is actually a butter container. Let me show you up. Sorry, I'm dumping. In my container here is, well, here it is. It was a top off of a butter container, and I just cut out the top and I made her a little dress. And it was silver, so it kind of made it glittery, which was pretty cool. So now what I want to see you guys do is I want to see you guys get as creative as you can and make a couple creations like this. And all of this stuff was made from, everything was made out of the items that were in my recycle bin. So good luck, and can't wait to see your creations.